Lately, happiness seemed as distant and unattainable to him as space travel. He hadn't always felt this way. There had been a long period of time during which he remembered being very happy. But things change. People change. Change was one of the inevitable laws of nature, exacting its toll on people's lives. Mistakes are made, regrets form, and all that was left were repercussions that made something as simple as rising from the bed seem almost laborious. Shaking his head, he approached the door of the hospital, picturing himself as the child he had been, listening to his father's stories. His own life had been the best story ever, he mused, the kind of story that should have ended on a happy note. As he reached for the door, he felt the familiar rush of memory and regret. Only later, after he let the memories overtake him once again, would he allow himself to wonder what would happen next. Chapter 1, May 1996. Tell me again why I agreed to help you with this? Matt, red-faced and grunting, continued to push the spa toward the recently cut square at the far edge of the deck. His feet slipped, and he could feel sweat pouring from his forehead into the corners of his eyes, making them sting. It was hot, way too hot for early May. Too damn hot for this, that's for sure. Even Travis's dog, Moby, was hiding in the shade and panting, his tongue hanging out. Travis Parker, who was pushing the massive box alongside him, managed to shrug. Because you thought it would be fun, he said. He lowered his shoulder and shoved. The spa, which must have weighed 400 pounds, moved another couple of inches. At this rate, the spa should be in place, sometime next week. This is ridiculous, Matt said, heaving his weight into the box, thinking that what they really needed was a team of mules. His back was killing him. For a moment, he visualized his ears blowing off both sides of his head from the strain, shooting in both directions like the bottle rockets he and Travis used to launch as kids. You've already said that. And it isn't fun, Matt grunted. You said that, too. And it isn't going to be easy to install. Sure it is, Travis said. He stood and pointed to lettering on the box. See? It says right here, easy to install. From his spot beneath the shady tree, Moby, a purebred boxer, barked as if in agreement, and Travis smiled, looking way too pleased with himself. Matt scowled, trying to catch his breath. He hated that look. Well, not always. Most of the time he enjoyed his friend's boundless enthusiasm. But not today. Definitely not today. Matt reached for the bandana in his rear pocket. It was soaked with sweat, which had of course done wonders for the seat of his pants. He wiped his face and wrung the bandana with a quick twist. Sweat dribbled from it like a leaky faucet onto the top of his shoe. He stared at it, almost hypnotically, before feeling it soak through the light mesh fabric, giving his toes a nice, slimy feel. Oh, that was just dandy, wasn't it? As I recall, you said Joe and Tom would be here to help us with your little project, and that Megan and Allison would cook some burgers and we'd have beer, and that, installing this thing should only take a couple of hours at the most. They're coming, Travis said. You said that 4 hours ago. They must be running a little late. Maybe you never called them at all. Of course I called them, and they're bringing the kids too, I promise. When? Soon. Uh-huh, Matt answered. He stuffed the bandana back in his pocket. And by the way, assuming they don't arrive soon, just how on earth do you think the two of us will be able to lower this thing into place? Travis dismissed the problem with a wave as he turned toward the box again. We'll figure it out. Just think how well we've done so far. We're almost halfway there. Matt scowled again. It was Saturday. Saturday. His day of recreation and relaxation, his chance to escape from the grindstone, the break he earned after 5 days at the bank, the kind of day...